Right then, Spot. This is I just want to do with your might be jumping the gun a bit, but I've got this land here which is about a quarter of an allotment. No, sorry, at least half of the allotment. I'm growing my marrows, and I do grow a couple of marrows over on the other plot as well. And I just thought it seems a bit indulgent, so I've been thinking of something to do. So next year, what I want to do, and it's where you'll become involved as well, is I want to come back and grow this like a really old-fashioned traditional allotment.
Yeah.
You know, even like a Victorian style allotment. So it's going to be about having as much crops and variety in here as possible next year. You know, so you'll have all your staples, your cabbage, cauliflowers, potatoes. We'll have a few dahlias in, because that's how they always used to do it. You know,
Yeah.
dahlias, carnations, beans and everything. But then what I'm looking for help with for this time onwards next year, I suppose, is where does the produce go?
Yeah.
Because we already produce more than enough for his own tables and stuff. Obviously, people on here have all got their own allotments. So it's just if anybody knows any, what's the word, Dan? Not company?
Like charity kitchens or
Charities,
like
yeah, organisations, yeah, what could actually use fresh veg, you know, and they're all going to use it as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, if they leave us a comment, and we'll put this on Facebook as well.
Yeah.
Any suggestions, any ideas, and we'll have a think about them. So this is going to be a big part of this Peas in a Pod next year then.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just thought I'd get that out there, plenty of notice, and we'll take you through this one as well. There'll be a bit of winter work after marrows have gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sound. I do, everybody. Welcome to Peas in Pod. Absolutely lovely day here. In fact, too nice a day it's been to what, hasn't it really, Dan?
It has, yeah. It's a bit weird because this morning it weren't really that hot, were it?
No, not first thing.
It were nice, but
Yeah.
like come dinner time, it's really hit us down here.
Yeah, yeah. Right, what we've been up to? Well, we've been out and about today with another group that we're part of called Little Potting Club. We've had an open garden weekend today and tomorrow, so we've been looked at about 3-4 gardens today, haven't we? Which
Yeah, we went
people's
to 4
private
today.
gardens, yeah. So we've got a few pictures of that at different gardens we'll put on, and then all being well, we're going to do a bit of filming at the like Horse Garden Sylvius tomorrow. So we'll tie that in with this. So it's been something a bit different, hasn't it?
It has, yeah. And it's been nice to get out and just see other people's gardens, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Different takes and
and nice people, lovely bunch, really, weren't they? Like-minded,
definitely.
and yeah, it's been good. Yeah, it's been a bit too hot, really, to be honest with it. But, so, like I said, this episode we're not going into anything really intense. Whereas we've said for the last couple of weeks now, I'm going to sow some winter veg and some perennial flowers, but it's still temperature's way too hot for it, really, at the moment. And they're talking like it could be up to 40 degrees early part of this week coming, whether it happens or not.
Yeah.
So last thing I want to do is be taking cuttings or sowing seeds, or you know, you just give them a death sentence, to be honest, in them temperatures.
Yeah.
So yeah, so tonight I sowed some wallflowers last week on £20 bed, just to show you there's no wizardry or trickery involved. I'll show you them, how they've come on in a week. I'll show you the difference what pruning's made to that grapevine in a week as well. And then we'll go over giant marrows. I'll just show you a bit how we do them, some maintenance work we do with them to help increase size at marrow and any other little bits as we go around, Dan.
Yeah.
As we do.
I'm sure we'll find something.
I'm sure we will. Right then.
Shall we get on with it?
Yep.
Let's go.
Right then. Yep. So last week we showed some wallflowers in £20 bed just down here, Dan. Persian carpet. As you can see, that's results in a week. Hopefully you can pick that up on camera, mate.
Yeah, we should be able to.
Yep.
It's done well,
Yeah.
hasn't it? I mean,
Another row at side. And there's 2 rows I sowed as well in next bed up. So
It's done really well for a week, that. I mean, we have had some decent weather though, haven't we?
we've had some warm weather, and they've had some, you know, they've had a can of water. Probably about a can and a half of water this week, you know, just giving them a soak at night, at evening. But like I say, you go to a nursery and buy them, you know, you'll be paying £2.50 for a punnet of 6 or something like that. £2 for, I don't know, at least 100 plus.
Yeah,
with that bed and what's in there.
They're not taking no space up whatsoever, are they?
No. So just to show there's no wizardry, or that's how easy it is. And if you remember back up last episode, I just went like that with my finger, made a drill, put seed in, didn't really go to any specific depth.
And they're through.
And there you are, a bit of water a week later. So we'll have a look at grapes and see what a difference it's made doing that pruning and why it was important to do it.
Yeah.
I've still got green grass done. There's not a lot of it about.
Grass. I mean, it's looking great. I say it's only about 4 or 5 week old, this grass.
Yeah,
about 4 weeks. It's still patchy, but that'll will take get its way out. Yeah, it's looking really great, the grass now.
Yeah, so I did majority of this pruning were on film on this last episode, and I've just been round and removed any leaves what were blocking sunlight getting to the bunches. But if you look by comparison, you know, you can see they're starting to look like grapes now.
Yeah.
Again, I've started giving these a bit of water as well. I think I've watered them twice of an evening this week. That'll help to swell these.
Yeah.
You know, to swell the actual grape. Again, you can see all the way down there. Most of the bunches are putting weight on. And I will come back now and again, and like this bunch, if it don't develop over the next week to 10 days, it will come off. And I'll just leave these on that are developing. And then in due course, I'll start thinning these.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I can see how much they've come on in last
that
week.
bunch there at end.
Yeah, it's great. That's just grown at wrong side, hasn't it, that one?
But I have thinned some of that one out as well. So yeah, again, just to emphasise why we do things, you know, I didn't do that pruning just for sake of pruning. There was a point to it, and that it's proving the point now that the bunches are coming on. Now it's just a case of keeping that in check, just keeping an eye on it every other day, whatever. Yep, and then you're on it.
Looking good.
Another little thing we've done today, Dan, going more into giant veg. I've cross-pollinated, or pollinated my first Mara today.
Right.
You don't know if it's took at this stage, it's too early. But like I said, when we're on bench, we're talking, you know, sky-high temperatures. So I'll just get some protection. So, little Mara, you can see it just there.
Yeah, I can see it just poking.
Yeah, I've used 4 female flowers to that. So I've stripped back 4 female flowers and pollinated that. I usually tie it up or put a clip on, but I haven't for some reason. Must have forgot.
It's this heat.
So that's just closed up, and then this is just to protect it from weather.
How is Mrs. Parker feeling about her umbrella being in garden?
Well, she's not holding under it. She just
yeah.
We'll have a look at the other Mara. What's across on the other allotment?
Yeah.
Pumpkins are just starting to kick off, Dan. They were being so slow.
Yeah, it has been slow, this one, isn't it? So this is the second one.
That's the one what you passed on to me last weekend.
Yeah, just in case this one were not going to do. So that's been really slow, this one, hasn't it?
Once the fire, though, it should just go now. You know, there should be no holding it. Again, something else, you've got to give them plenty of water.
The celery is looking good as well, Martyn.
Yeah, it's looking like it wants watering again.
Yeah. And them tubes, these tubes, that's a good idea for branching.
Yeah. Well, most guys who are into showing and that are using cardboard, and that's all they are. I found it awkward wrapping them and trying to tie them, and then And my other pastime, doing a bit of fishing, I'd had a couple of rods at some stage what had come in them tubes.
Yeah.
And, a light bulb moment, I thought, they'll do.
Yeah, that's it. Waste not, want not.
So now we'll be round carpet places, rounding them, won't we?
That's it.
For future reference, it might even work on leaks. Don't know, thinking about having a look
to
at
be
that
fair,
next
it
year.
probably will. It's
We can have a look, can try it on we don't put them on every leak, but we can try 3 or 4 and see what happens, can't we, next year.
Worth a shot.
Yep. I'll grab my secretaries down and get me rake. Fast as we're passing, Dan.
As we're passing.
It's little buddleia, pink buddleia, candy floss. It's a bit different.
It is.
A plant I've just got this year, that.
Look well when it gets established, alongside Bertie there.
Loads of cuttings on. Obviously another week. We'll have plenty of. It looks more like a beach than a grass patch.
Yeah, it's really dead this year. It's all these guys just watering.
Yeah,
just,
caught red-handed on camera.
Just running to baths.
It's in currants.
Yeah, we've got quite a lot of currants this year.
Yeah.
It's doing really well. I've got more than pictures. We've got film. Got film.
I'll have us banned with swearing. Editing that, obviously.
Yeah, definitely.
Why?
That's a blooper outtake right there. These apples are looking well, Martin, as we're walking past them.
Yeah, James Grieve. Yeah, actually, while we're here, I can prune these.
It's funny as well, isn't it? Because I got asked a question about these earlier, about apples growing.
Yeah. Oh, for training, yeah, when we're out visiting gardens.
Yeah.
Yeah, so all this extension growth, I'm taking it off. And that'll make it produce spurs for next season. And there's an apple I'm going to take off here as well, Dan. But,
there's 2 apples.
That's a bonus. And it's left that one there to mature. It's when I've thinned them, you do miss the odd one. Right, so the marrows, what we try growing for, known as giant marrows. Right, what my aim is with this is, I want to set a marrow to grow as a giant marrow, heavyweight marrow, and I want to do it on that main vine there. That one would be ideal if it were another 8 or 9 foot further down main vine. That's the only problem, so I'll take that off, so I don't want it setting, it just take energy. I'm going to bury this vine right up to the tip. What that'll do, as you can see here, with these tendrils are, all these joints will start producing roots.
Yep.
So the idea is, some people have 2 or 3 on, I just go with 1 marrow. One that's set properly, I'll stick to that. All the energy, all as many roots as I can get, I'll put water, moisture, feed, weight into that 1 marrow. So it's simple enough. I just make a trench in front of the marrow, and then as it's growing, I'll just cover all this main vein up. And I try and keep this ground round it as loose and open as I can. So there's no restriction for these lateral roots to grow. Where did I drop my secretaries, Dan?
Oh God! Oh, there we go.
So all this lateral growth, just as I wanted to set a marrow on the main vein, I'll take all this off and take it back to one set of leaves, just to keep for energy. And that's how I'll go with it all the way up. Then when we get a marrow setting that's far enough away and I like the look of, I'll take as many female flowers off as I can and then pollinate it. And then I'll also now, I've been watering at the roots, I'll start watering up the main vein now. Like I said, what I'll start doing now, as I water it down vein, I've got my sepals on it, so I'll start extending that down vein. And I'll add some nitrogen to this in shape of chicken pellets. While we're down here, Dan, we'll just have a quick look in here at what we've done.
Yep.
So if you remember, we had some Amelia leeks in here. Just to drop my cap down, the sun's gone in for a minute. We had some Amelia leeks, they weren't performing, like I said before, more down to me than down, I can't blame variety of leeks or anything like that. So they've come out, white polyphenes come off. I'm not going to wait space, it's still only July. So we've got a row of collies stuck in at back, and we've got some Savoy cabbage up front. Again, I've set a sepals up on it, because they're in a greenhouse, so it's going to get warm. Got water in, I'll turn this tap on, takes a minute maybe to come through. Probably take about half an hour with us being on cameras. There it goes.
It's always longer.
Yep, so this bed, they should do well in it. It's had plenty of manure in this for my leeks. It's had seaweed, calcified seaweed. It's had leaf mould. It's had some John Innes compost. It's starting to just drip through a little bit now. I don't know if you can, if it's picking it up or not. It might not do. It might be too fine for the camera. Yeah.
I mean, it does show you. I mean, you can see.
You can see where moisture is on soil. Yeah.
Yeah. It's been a really good investment, this sepals this year, and I think we'll be testing it a lot more. I mean, you can see it just coming through here now. Yeah,
it's on its way now. Yeah. Yeah, see it up here as well now, Dan.
Yeah, it's just starting to run now.
Yep. And of course, I can have this more or less, so it's direct on plant, so that water's going straight to roots.
Yeah.
Because see, these have been in a greenhouse. It's been 30 today, and you know they're not dropping a leaf. They're not sagging.
There's no wilt or anything, is there?
No. And all I do with this, I'll turn that on. I leave it on while I have the one on out there on the marrows. While they're on, I water the blanch leeks in the bottom tunnel, which takes me about 5 minutes, 8 minutes, turn them back off. That's every other day, and that's plenty for them. So yeah, and especially if you think these have just been transplanted, like if brassicas drop, it's usually when they're first transplanted, they go mardy, don't they? On you.
And I think, I think this is second day, is it, that they've been in?
It's 2 or 3 days. We're over evening when I put them in, weren't it? Yeah. So one day midweek, and we're on Saturday. So it's 2 or 3 days max.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they have grown on quite well. So again, it's just that thing, you know. If you get a bed empty, stick something in. You've still got time. So I've got plenty of time. I could have put out in here. I could have put carrots in. I could have put some taters in, you know, for a later crop. Anything don't have bare soil. It's still warm enough. Get stuff in. Keep growing. Grab your hat.
Grab your hat.
Yep, it's an onion that...
This is the... this were in the end of that bed, weren't it, this one?
It were, yeah.
This were Peter Glazebrook, this one?
Yeah. But again, it were my neglect with watering and stuff, so...
Yeah, it's been an hard year with a lot of
it's not wasted, it's getting dried out and it'll get eaten.
That's it.
I'll just shut door and leave these windows open at night now. At night time temperatures, there's no point closing stuff up.
No. It's been really warm. I think we're still getting like 22s on the night, aren't we? It's,
again, the bed's there, Dan, what was going to have the dahlias in.
Yeah.
I've got green manure to sow, green manure even, to sow in them. But again, while we're keeping these temperatures and no rain, there's no point.
No,
it's not going to
we're just making
germinate.
work, innit?
Yep.
It's just going to be forever.
It's either loads of hand watering or they're not going to germinate. So we'll wait out weather changes with time yet. Bertie.
Can't beat a good old Bertie.
Can't. So I think that's about it for this week then, Dan. We're going to tie this in, aren't we? With a bit of filming we're doing tomorrow.
Yeah, there's filming to do tomorrow, which we'll get on.
Yep.
We're gonna do a separate little one, but that's not going to be on our channel. We're just going to put that straight to Potting Club.
Yeah.
Just do the photos that we've took today for the guys over at Little Potting Club.
Yep.
Just as a thank you for letting us come round and take some photos.
Yep, and all the cakes and teas and beers and wine we were offered. Couldn't have any, but it was nice to be offered.
It was great.
Yeah, and then we'll be back here next weekend, and hopefully it's going to cool down a bit. We can get on with a few jobs.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think we will have a look a little bit next week and all. I've sown that grass, but more than it being a path, I want it to be like a lawn. So I want to show people how to keep and maintain a really good lawn.
Yeah.
So there's the odd patches I've noticed, and I'll show you how to just repair them as well next week. That's a 2-minute job.
Yeah.
We can fit in next week. I've got some more grass seed today. Yeah, there's a few jobs. Hopefully we'll start get them perennials sown as well next week, and then winter veg.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll crack on then. So I hope you enjoy the gardens, and
we'll see you tomorrow.
Tomorrow next week.
We'll
see you tomorrow. You'll see us next week, or something like that.
We'll see you later.
Sunstroke. Bye.